Liberia is flying on. Showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation. Liberia, in union, success and show.
Okay, so welcome back to the Bumper Show. I told you we will have guests and we talking all religious issue on this segment of the program. This one is going to run, into the second segment. We have our guests already in studio. We have Reverend Dr. Jeremiah Matthews. He's here with us from the United States of America. Reverend Trevor Matthews, he's here as well from the United States. Apostle Doc Clark and Apostle Billy Clark, they are all from the United States of America. They are here in Liberia for a 7-day revival and conference to be held under the theme Greater Open Doors. Let me say welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so you are here, especially at the time. Let me just let you know that Liberia is just about to observe 177 years of independence. So let me say welcome. I know your country, like America, played a role in the independence of Liberia. So how you feel being in Liberia at this time?
Awesome. It's a good time to be here.
Okay.
Yes, Independence Day is on the 26th, I believe.
Yeah, on the 26th.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you are here for this revival and conference. I will, sit back a little and give you the opportunity to tell our audience, what is it about?
Well, this is our third year to be here in Liberia. Recently, we have a ministry established here. And so our whole focus and goal is to see people saved, set free, and delivered. And we're inviting everyone to come out to these meetings, which will convene Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for the actual revival. All four of us will be ministering in the revival every night, and we'll be discussing the time of greater doors. We believe that the Lord is opening up greater doors for Liberia. You can expect if you come with great expectation. We believe that God is going to do exceedingly abundantly above all Liberia could ever ask or think. So we're just here to remind them that greater is coming.
Okay.
Greater is coming.
Yeah, greater is coming, and we all look forward to that. But let me come to you, Dr. Matthews, because I see also that there will be a men's conference as part of the conference, activities that you here for. You want to tell us a little bit about that, like the kind of men that you will have there with you, what you expect to share with them?
Well, the thing is we will have myself, Apostle Clark, Apostle Joseph, and all men that are seeking the kingdom of God, seeking to be restored, seeking greater, and what they can expect is a spiritual breakthrough. God is right now, God is getting ready to just open the windows of heaven, and he's getting ready to pour out blessing to all of those that are in position. So we're here to help them get lined up in position so that they can be ready to receive what's coming.
Is it that any man, for that matter, I'm just seated, or maybe I'm a Yanam boy, I'm a taxi driver, and I just want to pop in, benefit from why you are here? Am I invited?
All are welcome.
Okay.
All are welcome. Whether they're walking, running, or riding. If they're male, they want to come in. Come on in. Even if they are undecided, about if they want to be, in the presence of God. If they're undecided, if they are ready to make Jesus their Lord and Savior, we want them to come so that they can hear the message And we're guaranteed that if they come and they hear the message with an open mind and an open heart, that they will leave there redeemed, saved, and different.
Is that the same thing with the women conference as well?
Well, with the women conference, we have been preparing. We've been praying and fasting. What we're going to do is we're going to have teaching. We want the women to know that they're better and greater than where they are now. That where they are now, they don't have to remain. I know from just being in the country here, we've seen a lot of poverty, of course. And we want them to know, regardless of where they are, where they live in, what their financial status is, that this is not a permanent place for them. We want them to start in their mind first that I'm getting out of this. I'm going to be better. It's greater for me. And so we want to just encourage. And sometimes you just have to encourage people. You know, if you've been in a spot so long, a lot of women and men, children would think this is where I'm going to be permanently. But once you have a mindset that change, that's what we're going to deal with, the mind.
Okay.
We're going to deal with the mind that regardless of where you are, this too shall pass. You don't always have to remain like this. You don't always have to live like this. That we serve a God that has the ability to bring you out of where you are.
Okay.
That's the message.
And where, all of these are going to be happening?
In Carisburg. In Carisburg is where it's going to be happening.
Okay, yeah.
It should be on that.
On the flyer.
Okay, so I see the Believers Christian Cathedral Incorporated.
Yes.
Walker Tower, Carisburg City,
Yes.
Colorado County.
Yes.
Okay, and it starts tomorrow,
Yes.
5 p.m.
We're excited. Don't you dare miss. The ones that's listening, don't you dare miss. Because God is going to show up. He's going to show himself strong. And not only that, because we don't have very long, I want to interject this really quick. We're going to be giving away items. I want them to know it's not just about the giveaway, but we want them to not only will they receive spiritual, but they're going to leave with some other items. We're going to have tons of soap, toothpaste, deodorant, feminine hygiene, Pampers, diapers, everything to be a blessing. You know, the people followed Jesus for the fish and the loaves, but he gave them the word also. So you're going to get the word and you're going to get some other stuff to take back with you.
Okay.
Yes.
And can I just add, in
Go
addition to the spiritual, we're also going to be focused on the physical, the well-being. We're in the process of planning to have wellness checks provided for the people that come out, because you've got to be healthy, mind, body, and soul. And we want to just let the people know, yes, we want them to be introduced to Jesus if they have not. Yes, we want them to know, who their Lord and Savior is. But as women, speaking for the women's conference, we want to be up close and personal with the women to let them know that we're real people. We've experienced what some of they're experiencing, and we're coming out to let them know that they can be greater and better, and that they need the help of the Lord to help to open those doors. And not only open the doors, but they've got to be prepared to walk through those doors.
Yes.
So we're excited about being here. It's our first time with Apostle Dodd and Apostle Billy, and we're just excited to be able to serve with them.
Okay, so let me give you a reminder. If you just joining us, we have these men and women of God from the United States. They are here in Liberia. They will be kicking off a 7-day revival and conference beginning tomorrow at the Believers Christian Cathedral in the Walker Tower, that's Walker Tower, Carisburg City. So if you know that area, I'm sure many of you listening, Carisburg, as a matter of fact. So you just need to, I've not, visited this area before. I don't know it personally, but hope, our people can get there as long as they want to find it. It will be a little easier for them to get there. I'm always also seeing on your flyer here that you are going to be having children party.
Yes.
That's interesting, because I know the kids now will push their parents. You need to take us there. Yeah. And where would that be held as well?
We're going to have 3 sites.
Okay.
The established church that we have established is the Believers Christian Cathedral Church of Carisburg.
Okay.
It's going to be there, and it starts on the 22nd. And then we're going over to Bemmy's Church, and the address on it.
I can't think of it right now.
Oh well,
Okay.
It's in Johnson.
Johnsonville?
Yes,
Okay.
Johnsonville.
Okay.
And we're going to be there. We're going to go to 3 different sites to give out. We have candies, we have toys and toys and toys and toys.
Mm.
We have children clothes. We sent from the USA bounce houses. I don't know if they're familiar with that over here, but it's the blow up big bounce houses where you can play and enjoy. And it's just going to be so amazing, the items that they're going to get. We got backpacks, all kinds of stuff that will help the children. So it's going to be a fun party. And then we're going to have popcorn, and we sent over candy. We got all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the children are going to have a ball. It's going to be exciting.
Okay. All right. Let's just talk a little bit away from the revival, because coming from the United States all the way to Liberia to establish a church, I know sometimes is a little hard, but then Christians will believe that it will be easy because they have someone who's guiding them in the process. How has it been, coming from the United States, coming to Liberia to establish a church?
It's been great. Apostle Joseph Colley, he is one of our sons in the ministry, and he helped to build it and helped establish, bringing people in and stuff. So this has been easy for us. This has been easy because of his help in his church and then the other churches also.
Are there plans, or is there a plan to maybe further have other branches? You are currently comfortable with the one you have in Johnsonville already?
Probably just, Apostle Joseph has his church too also.
Okay.
And we have another son. I forget where his church is. But we got 3 sons in the ministry that we oversee here now. I don't foresee doing any more in the future. We also have a house. We had a house built here. Okay, so we'll be coming often.
What do you people have to say to those here who probably are seeking collaboration, assistance from churches abroad? Maybe I think my church is growing, but then I need more assistance. I need a collaboration from other churches abroad. How can we make that happen?
We assist in those too, but we work through Apostle Joseph.
Okay.
He's our legs and eyes here in
Okay.
Liberia,
Okay.
because you got all kind of people, even though they say they are Christians, and they're kind of shady. So we put our trust in God first, and then we trust Apostle Joseph.
Yeah, because I asked that question because I know it's the issue of trust also.
It is.
Yeah, people not only in the area of the church, but charity organizations.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they pin themselves differently, and then they're doing something else. So I'm sure it's important to look out for such when you are looking for a collaboration here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What we've done, we came over several years ago with our overseer of the Worldwide Apostolic and Episcopal Council of Churches. And our apostle, she's over 3,000 churches all over Liberia, Kenya, Ghana, all of these places. And so she made us apostles, and we had an affirmation here to be apostles to Liberia. And what we have done after we had a meeting, just in case someone is listening, how it came about and the collaboration. We want to collaborate. We really do. But because we're hands-on and we've seen a lot of shady stuff, we're really mindful who we collaborate with. So what we're doing is, even in the men meetings that's coming, the pastors that's coming to the revival and to the men session, we will then see what their needs are. Then we will collaborate with them in helping them to do what we can do. Now, because we are from the USA and we do have connections of people that want to collaborate with us, when they see us hands-on here, they know when they sow unto Liberia that they sowing into good ground because they trust us. And that's why we'll be able to help them. Some of the items even that we brought over was donated for this occasion because the people trust us, because They know us. It's not like someone you just see over here saying, well, we need $20,000 to build a church. Well, you might be who you are and you may not. But because we do the work and they know us, and when they see us, even on these broadcasts, even if they was in the USA, they say, well, we know these couples. We know what they're doing. They're hands-on. And so they see what we're doing, and people want to collaborate with someone and give their seed to someone they can trust. And trust in this season is an issue.
Okay.
Even in Liberia, it doesn't just have the best name for trust. So that's why we're doing. That's the only way we're going to collaborate.
And to piggyback off of Pastor Doc.
Yeah, go ahead.
We want to collaborate with like-minded people.
Yes.
And what I mean by that, we are kingdom builders. We are hands-on. We are doers. We're not out to grow a big bank account.
No.
We're out to help grow the kingdom. And so when we're trying to collaborate with people that are like-minded, that have the people of God best intention in mind, rather than saying, well, I want to get out and do this in the name of Jesus and grow my account, when the people are still suffering. So we come to be of service, not to be served. And that's what we want to do. We want to collaborate and continue to collaborate with like-minded people.
And someone wanted to add something. Okay, but go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. And I wanted to just add that when people in the USA, because they pastor a church there and they have a network there. And so when people see the work that they do there, it's easy for them to sow into ground here in Liberia. We're living in a time now to where, when people tell you that they have a vision, but they haven't done any work towards the vision, that might be a flag. But with these people, and us included, we're the kind of people that we do the work anyway. We know what to use my apostles' words, we know already what our assignment is, and we work towards that assignment. So when it's time to come here to do the work, we've already laid the groundwork. So people see the work that we do, so they trust sowing those seeds.
I know you are all Americans, and I'm right now pondering why. I know, yes, you had a connecting church here that you came to Liberia through, but I'm thinking, why Liberia? There are other countries, perhaps, and we know the history that Liberia and America so close. We refer to them as Uncle Sam and all of that. But why you chose Liberia?
It's a story behind that.
And
it's a story behind.
If you'd like to share that,
I would love to share it.
Yeah.
Pastor, do you want to share it?
Well, first of all, I've been wanting to come to Africa for about 30 years.
Wow.
Yes.
And every time I was coming with a group, something would happen. Until about 3 years ago when we first came over here. And this one didn't want to come. And we were at a meeting one night in Dallas, and Apostle Sharon was there. And she asked her, do you want to go? No, you are going to Africa. And she said, yes. Well, on the way home, about 60 miles away, we're talking. She said, I don't know why I let that woman talk me into going to Africa. Okay. We came here, and she fell in love with it. She fell in love with it. And I love it because I always wanted to come. And Liberia, this is one of the spots that she had designated for us to be.
Okay. So besides Liberia, do you have any other relation with any other African country that you do what you're doing here?
Well, this year in March, we were given the apostleship to Kenya. So we were in Kenya in March, and it was amazing. We had an amazing crusade. The people, it was just thousands and thousands of people, such a big platform. And what our intentions are, because we was building this ministry here, and it has come to fruition. Now, because we were sowing so much to Liberia, now that this is I put it like this. This conference and crusade that we're having in revival is sealing what we've done. This is the project we were working on. It has come to fruition. Now our hands is free to do the same thing we've done here, there in Kenya. So they'll be expecting us to do these giveaways and all of this stuff, building churches there. And our next goal is here, our dentist and his physician will be coming with us next year to Kenya.
Okay.
To Liberia. They're coming to volunteer and do some service because we're their patients.
Okay.
And so you'll hear more about that. Hopefully we'll be able to come to the station to tell people where the clinic is going to be. Free service, dentist, well checked.
Okay.
Next year.
Okay.
So that should be exciting.
Hope to see that, come to fruition. I just want to come to you, Dr. Matthews. You mentioned something about, being a kingdom builder and not only being in the world to fill your bank account. And this is something, sometimes people think that those who are head of churches in Africa, in Liberia, are known for, take care of themselves, take care of their family, while the church members, are left living, in some impoverished condition. How can that change? What advice do you have for church leaders, who want to bring their members on par with them, that, let the glory of God be seen in both of us lives?
Okay, one thing that I do over in the States, I own a consulting business. And what I do, I consult, I help build businesses and also help business owners grow their business. And I have a lot of pastors that I deal with. And what I teach them and what I work with them on is the fact that if you want to grow your church financially as well, so as by membership, is to get active in the community. And so what the advice I have for them, come out of the four walls, get into the community, do stuff into the community, bring your members out of the church into the community so that the people in the community can see you there. That's what we're doing now. We come over and we out in the communities. Yesterday was my first time where we was. This is our first trip over here. And we went out visiting door to door, to members of the church and non-members. And we met them personally, shook their hand and invited them to church, and told them about the giveaways and the service and the revival. That's what you have to do. And so if you're in it and you feel that, okay, my thing is to grow my bank account and get large, it's not going to happen. You may get some money, but that inner man, that spirit man is never going to be happy and is never going to be in sync with the will of God. So you have to be a disciple. You have to get out and be amongst the people.
It sounds like gone are the days where, those who lead the church only depend on the offerings, the tithe. But then, like you said, you are also into consulting business, meaning that you have your hands on other things doing, bringing you income, and not only rely on the church.
Right. And one thing that my wife and I do, we have a nonprofit and we own a homeless shelter. So we take homeless women who have family don't want to deal with them, who suffer with mental illness, and they're on the streets. We bring them into our shelter and we take care of them. We love them until they're able to love themselves. We if they're saved or unsaved, we bring them in, we love them, we introduce them to Christ, and we help them. And those that decide to go further, we help make sure that they transition out into, the neighborhood. Other thing I want to say, and to piggyback off what Pastor Dot said about the mind. See, what God is getting ready to do is to transform us out of that wilderness thinking. You know what I mean? Because we're still stuck in the wilderness. But rather than being the physical wilderness, we're in the wilderness of our mind. So we're here to share messages that's going to help them do three things. We're going to help them surrender. We're going to help them separate. And we're going to teach them how to switch, how to transition. And what we want to do, we want them to go from tradition. They can't transition because they're stuck in traditions. Okay. So, that's even pastors in the church. It's a tradition to ask for offering, ask for tithes, and to use it for your benefit. So we want to teach them, how to make that switch. Okay. And that's our goal here. And that's God's goal. That's his aim for this conference, this everything that we're getting ready to do here. That's the will of God, is to make sure that we get them out of that willingness thinking.
Do we have pastors who have already signed up for the conference?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Pastor Joseph have taken care of all of that. He have sent out flyers, pastors that he knows personally, and those in the marketplaces. He passed out flyers, because what we want to do is when they come, we know it's more than the three pastors that we physically oversee. We want to meet some of the others and see, can we collaborate and do these greater things? And so he's made sure he made contact with so many pastors. So our goal in prayer is that they will come out so we can meet them individually the way we did to him.
Okay. All right. She's Apostle Dot Clark.
Yes.
And you also been listening to Apostle Billy Clark. They both are from the United States. You just also heard Reverend Dr. Jeremiah Matthews and Reverend Treva Matthews. They are all here from the United States to carry out this 7-day revival and conference under the theme Greater Open Doors that will be held in Carisburg at the Believers Christian Cathedral Incorporated. So you listening to the program, you want to join us in call, you want to ask questions to our guests, you have some recommendations you want to put through, you can call us on 0777-835-862. 0777-835-862, 086-616-580. Better still, you can also call us on 0772-876-481. All of those numbers are active. You can call us and you will be live